All right, building a startup in 500 days, day 265. Pretty chill one today. I posted 2 TikToks. That's about it. It's kind of dope, this new chapter of this process. Now that we have an app live in the App Store, I can basically just post a few TikToks here and there every day. And then I don't know, I've been waking up some days with some new users. It's pretty cool. And just kind of like experimenting with different ways to market it on TikTok. I don't know. It feels like we've kind of entered, I feel like the whole process leading up to this, for those who are new, I was basically learning this new tool called Bubble to build the app. And then we went through kind of like a beta period this summer, and now it's finally live on the App Store. And so now, yeah, we're kind of in like marketing phase. I mean, the app definitely still does need some work. There's some improvements to be made, but right now it's just kind of fun, having something live, having something in the world where people can just join. It's cool too, because on that your like Apple account, you can see analytics for app impressions and stuff. So I mean, it's pretty minimal right now. I'm not gonna lie to y'all, but it's just cool that it exists, and that's just like another thing to kind of look at and check. I am pretty hyped though, because this week I'm going up to South Dakota. I'm going to see my sister, who is doing a lot of the UI UX for us. And I wrote this. I did like one of the slideshow videos a few days ago about how I was feeling like a little bit lost on exactly the purpose of what we were doing here, kind of stuff. And I just kind of recalibrated on, focusing on the process, controlling what you can control, expanding your time horizon, stuff like that. So with that, kind of rethinking the case study format a little bit. And so I talked with her originally about this kind of idea of essentially how our app works is that you have like a day count where you can see like from day one to, day like 1,000 of something that you're trying to pursue. And you have the whole journey right there, so you can see like, what was I doing on day 1, day 10? And the idea is kind of like overnight successes, right? It's not only what you see. A lot of them have spent years in the making. And so typically that like early process stage isn't really documented, and all you see is the highlight reel. So it kind of warps expectations. So ideally here it's like, the gritty, not glamorized, or I guess the idea is kind of glamorizing the process, right? Like it's not the highlight reel. It's just putting in the work. And so I think it would be really cool to essentially have like almost kind of map it out for other creators that kind of have reached some success about like what day count they're on, because it is really interesting. Like, they've taken a lot longer to get there than a lot of people would think. And then the cool thing there too is like, since you're now on the app building out your journey in real time, maybe having some customization, maybe being able to like mark days as key moments or something, and just like continuing to build out that functionality on the customization. Because my hypothesis, or maybe it's not even a hypothesis, it's just something I think is cool, and like hopefully others will too, but if not, I guess I'll just use it and that's fine. But like, not only do you get to document your own journey, right? And it's so cool because I can see like, what was I doing on day 4? I mean, it's literally what I'm doing on the TikTok right now, right? Like sometimes I like just watching my own videos. It's basically this in an app, to be honest. But it's all written. So that's cool. But then I also think there would be some market for, if your favorite creators did kind of come up here with their whole story documented, owning your story in a way where I feel like people would be so interested to see like, okay, what was my favorite creator doing on like day 50? Like, probably something similar to me, honestly. Like, just the concept that everyone kind of starts in the same place. It's just the people who stick with it. So yeah, it's kind of the idea, like allowing you to kind of write out your story in real time. A cool example too is Taylor Swift released those journal entries for her Lover Deluxe or something. But like, that's wild to see, a window into her mindset and stuff like that when, on like day so early in her career. And so that's kind of the idea that I do think is really cool, is having creators the ability to kind of map it out as they go, allowing other people to get a window into that. You can see what other people are up to too, to kind of, inspire each other. Not to turn this into like a pitch, I guess, just mapping out. So yeah, so the idea is that we'd map that out for other creators. And then it also becomes kind of like something to aspire to, right? Because you can almost like compare your journey in the way that you can. Obviously, everyone's journey is different. But like, hopefully it's motivating that like, yeah, you're on day 100 and it feels like nothing's happening. But you look at someone like Taylor Swift or whatever, and she's on day like 10,000. Obviously, that's arbitrary numbers. But, it just like takes time. So, yeah. So that would be dope to sesh with her this week, ideally, to try to map something out there. That feels like kind of like the next iteration step of how we can evolve things. So yeah, overall solid day following the journey. I'll catch you all tomorrow.